We getting ready, y'all. Let's go. Three, two, one, countdown. Let's go. Good afternoon, everybody. We coming on at a different time today because I got a very special guest. So y'all get those notebooks and pens.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WalterHSims. That's Cash App, Walter H. Sims.
Y'all come on in. And don't, please, we're on our road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to www.drwaltersims.tv and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you will be alerted when I go live. Everybody, hey, welcome to the Dr. Sims Daily Show. I'm Dr. Sims, your host, America's #1 personal development expert. Hey Facebook, hey YouTube, hey mama, how you doing? Good afternoon, everybody. Listen, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time in introduction. I'll come back after my interview with our guest. She has a very tight schedule and she carved out time to be with us today. And we want to give a shout out to Miss Lisa, not your average running mother. It's her birthday today, so we want to sing. We want to give her a happy birthday shout out. I'm texting her right now. Happy birthday. And it's just good to see everybody. So without any further ado, and I met her because she watched the show I had Lisa on, and she said, Dr. Sim, I want to be on your show. And I said, hello, it's National Women's History Month. So we're celebrating women. And women, we need you to understand that self-care is not selfish. Okay? Hey, Miss Vanessa, we want you to know, ladies, self-care is not selfish. So without any further ado, my guest this afternoon, Miss NurseQ. How you doing, Quita?
Great. How are you?
Listen, I am fine. I'm fine. It is so good to see you. I was just messaging Lisa, and she said, I said, NurseQ is about to be live on my show. She said, how do you know her? I said, well, she messaged me after you were on my show. She said, oh, yay. I love social media. How do you like social media, Quita?
I love social media. Shout out to Lisa. Happy birthday, girl. But yeah, I love social media so much because there's just so much connection that we can have with each other, right?
That's right.
And so much positivity we can spread and so much help and so many resources. And I get to meet amazing people like yourself. So it just makes my heart so happy because then we just get to help more and more people, right? And just come together and just make a difference.
Hey, man, you know what? And I talked to a lot of my colleagues about this, and I believe Jesus meant, when Jesus said, greater works than these shall you do, I believe he meant magnitude, because you're in upper state New York, I'm down here in southeast Georgia, and we're talking to each other like we're next door neighbors.
I know, isn't that so cool? I love technology too. It's amazing.
Yeah, and especially since we have been quarantined for a year now, the cyber world, the virtual world, has really become a major player in how we conduct business now.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
You know, and so listen, I got you labeled as a health and wellness expert, and I love what you're doing with women and empowering them. Kind of tell everybody in a nutshell, who is Nurse Quita?
So I guess in a nutshell, I just love to empower women. I am a registered nurse by trade. I have my bachelor's degree, and I coach women, and I focus on like that fourth trimester, especially
Right.
with, you know, when I had my daughter, I feel like God put on my heart to
Amen.
start this business because it felt like a high five, drive home safely, call us if you need us.
Right.
And it just really inspired me that I wanted to make a difference where women didn't have to go through that exact same thing that I did. And if they did, they
Wow.
had extra support with that.
That is so
I really
awesome.
do a lot of coaching and classes.
That's
and
good.
A high level of support, right? And education.
That is so good. And so you taught me a new term, a new word, and it kind of like, it's so obvious, but I never thought about it. I was pregnant twice. I got two sons, 20. Jonathan is almost 25 and Jordan is 24. And some of the things you talked about, we experienced, you know. And so kind of unpack that. What do you mean when you talk about the fourth trimester? What does that look like?
So the fourth trimester, right, is a term that not everyone has heard. It's becoming more known now, but it's that 12-week period after the baby is born.
Okay.
And that is such an adjustment period for not only baby, but also the mother, right? There's huge amounts of changes that are going on with the mom's body and emotions, and also the baby, right? Like that
Right.
baby is getting used to like the world of not just being in this little cozy womb anymore, right? They're experiencing all of these changes too. And that's a really important time for bonding and growing and learning your baby. And there's so much support that needs to be
Amen.
had in that time period.
That is good. So help us understand, because women go through something after they have a baby. How was your 12 weeks after you had your daughter? What did that look like for you, Quita?
So I think that there's something so beautiful that when you become a mother and a parent, there's like some sort of like key that's like unlocked in your heart and soul that just you just love so much more, right? Like this is such a beautiful thing that happens. But during that time period, it's also a lot of changes. It's growing pains because you're exhausted. You're having probably a little bit of self-doubt and uncertainty because you're like, oh my goodness, this is my responsibility and job to take care of this baby. And also, what is happening to my body?
Right.
So it's so crucial to have that support. And for me personally, I didn't have any family close by.
Wow.
I had work friends, but they were at work, right? And it was for me, I had this new adventure and chapter that I had to kind of figure out on my own, right? And I had support like via phone calls and texts and a couple of friends here and there that would come and visit me, which I greatly appreciated and was very helpful.
Right.
But it was very exhausting and just learning this beautiful new baby and also myself through that journey.
Right.
And I just, want to educate more women in that journey before and even during so that they just kind of know what to expect more and how to like prepare for things to make it easier.
Because we kind of take it for granted that mamas just know what to do, but is that first 12 weeks after that baby born, I mean, you have life, now you have a baby, you know what I'm saying? And women, if you don't have that support system, it can be a huge challenge.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everything, right? Like, how would you know, like, when you're nursing that of what to do or what a good latch is if that's the route you take?
I understand.
How do you know, the certain things your bodies are going to go through if you didn't take a class before or you don't know someone who had a baby and they didn't tell you that high level extent? Or, even those baby basics of, okay, like this is how you even change a diaper. Like if you weren't
fundamentals
that change a diaper.
Fundamentals, and I appreciate you wanting to help empower women, not only after they've had a baby, but just now you got this new life that you're responsible for, and you still have yourself to take care of. And a lot of times women save themselves for last. Talk about that a little bit. How do you keep you in focus to be the best you for everything that you have to do as a woman, as a mother, as an entrepreneur? What do you do, NurseQ?
So now looks different even from when I was in that 12-week first beginning stage, right? I definitely had this like anxiety, postpartum anxiety, because I had an emergency C-section.
Okay.
My daughter was in the NICU, so I had my own things I had to work through. And I just remember feeling almost guilty for taking time for myself, but I had to learn that that was okay and that she was safe with her dad, and like I had to do little things for myself that still filled me up. And I love music. I love dancing.
That's awesome. I love your TikTok. I love your Instagram, by the way.
Thank you. That's just something, I think the beauty of self-care and the things that we do for ourselves have different, I call them levels, right? So maybe you going for a walk is like a medium level.
Right. Okay.
And maybe singing and dancing is your highest level. Or maybe, there's different categories that we put stuff in, okay?
That's good.
And so for myself, I love to sing and dance. So my daughter literally learned rights and lefts by like the Cupid Shuffle, because we just jam out. And it brings my spirits up high.
That's good.
All those good endorphins are kind of, going through because it's exercise and it's movement, right?
Right.
So that was a little bit of certain categories for myself that I had to do for myself to center myself.
That's good. That's good.
I love to read and journal, and obviously movement is a big part of what my life of walking, dancing, singing, like I said, but everyone has their own things. Like sometimes you tell yourself, okay, what do I need in this moment? It was a hard week, and maybe I don't want any noise. Like when my baby goes to bed, I just want quiet.
And you know what? I learned when my boys were born and when they were little, I learned the power of a power nap.
Yes.
You know what? 30 minutes. 30 minutes, an hour. It didn't have to be nothing long, but when they went to sleep, we learned you go to sleep when they sleep.
Yeah, and some people are like, oh, it's so hard. And it is so hard, but I'm like that type A scheduler, so I tell people, if you just allow yourself to have even just one nap, like when they're taking a few naps a day, if you just at least take one nap, a power nap, that can help you a lot too.
That's right. That is well. By the way, how old is your daughter now?
She just turned 5.
5.
So big, yeah. I go
5.
So fast.
You remember? I bet you remember when you in your 3rd trimester, right before she was born. You remember that, don't you?
Of course, yeah. I mean, it's like yesterday. I remember the first time I brought her home, right? And I was like, oh, this moment. Like I just really was focused, and I was very present in that moment when like we were unlocking the door and opening the door and bringing her in the house for the first time. Like it goes by fast. It
goes by quick, So what's next for you? Kind of lay out how people can get in touch with you, and what are you offering women now? What does NurseQ's program looks like?
So now I'm just offering, like I said, that coaching of one-on-one. I'm developing different groups for people to sign up for.
Awesome.
I have different classes on my website of like NurseQ.com. I have my Instagram at nurse.q.lozon. So people can find me on there too. And yeah, just a lot of classes and support, especially that, like I said, that 4th trimester, like we talk about, and even for partners and other support people to guide and help them.
That's good.
Because they need to know how to help, that whole dynamic too, where they fit in.
That's good. That's good. So let me ask you this, and as a woman, from your perspective, why is it so hard? And I guess it could be generic for men and women. Why is it so hard for us to take care of ourselves? And especially women, y'all go. And I admire y'all and I honor y'all so much. Why is it so hard for you guys to take care of yourselves?
I don't know. I think we're just go, right? Everything else we feel, I think it's, and I've talked about this too, it's almost like this mom guilt, or this guilt, even if you're not a mom,
right.
A woman, like the driven thing of like, let's go. And sometimes it's society's pressure, I think. And even our own internal pressures of, okay, I need to get this done. and our worriedness, right? Like, okay, well, the baby's sleeping, so I should do all of these things as fast as I can.
Yeah, women struggle with taking care of themselves, and I love where you're going with this. It may be tied to society and that mom guilt, you know what I'm saying? And so what's the remedy to that? How do you teach and empower women to take care of yourself?
I love that question. I think I just tell women to be true to themselves.
That's
and
good.
I think that society, you know, there's mom guilt and pressure no matter what we do. If we go back to work, if we stay home with our kids, whatever decision you make, there's going to be people who you're going to feel are judging you. But
oh, that's good.
When you are grounded in yourself and knowing who you are, and you can really ask yourself those deep questions of like, what am I? What am I feeling? Who am I? How do I make myself feel better? What does make me feel better? When you can like ask yourself these deep level questions, you can start to really be rooted in who you are and find your trueness, right? And your depthness of who you are as an individual.
That's
and
so
once
good.
you do that, it's so free.
Free yourself.
It's so true. Like when you can just be your authentic self.
That's so good.
Say, hey, what do I need in this moment? Like, it was a long day, I want quietness. Or, you know what, like, it's been a long week and I want to, like, go hang out with some girlfriends and I want to go walk with them, or I want to go hang out at their house and have wine and nails, or Zoom and have nail party and wine. Like, I don't know, whatever your thing is, like,
that is good. That is good. And you know something, and this is what I teach my clients as well. And I love coaches, so I just adore you. And something powerful you just said, and I hope everybody caught it. You have to give yourself permission.
Yeah, you have to give yourself permission. I think you have to take a step back, and that's why I try to have, when I help women, I like to help them when they're still pregnant, because I want to help them and prep them for that fourth trimester. I want to prep them and ask them these questions that they can really be in tune with themselves and say, okay, well, when I am at home, I do like to craft, or I do like to write.
Right.
So that's something you can still do when you have your baby at home.
Yeah, that is so good. So real quickly, one more time, tell everybody how they can get in touch with NurseQ. And by the way, how did you get that label NurseQ?
So my name is obviously Kawita, but I have like other friends in the past. I have friends who call me Nurse, or just call me Q,
right.
And it's hard to say my name, so I actually despise the word. Just when people are like, hey, Q, and I'm like, no, say my full name. But it just goes good with my brand. I'm like, well, NurseQ.
Well, okay, because they're being lazy, right? They just say Q because they don't want to say Quita.
So now I'm like, just call me NurseQ. So then I came up with this slogan too when I first started my business of, when you're due, call NurseQ.
I like that. So how can people get in touch with you real quick?
Yeah, so www.nurseq.com, and then hit me up and follow me and message me on Instagram at nurse.q.lauzon.
That is so good. Thank you for stopping by a few moments, and you hug your daughter for us as well. And I just want to tell you, brother or sister, that I'm proud of you and I appreciate you, and just, you know, many, many blessings to you, and God is about to expand your territory.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you and your time, and I hope this is helpful for the people that follow you as well.
Well, I just thank you. And again, like you said earlier, social media is it's connecting people, and I know people kind of give social media a bad rap. But since we have been quarantined and sheltered in place and shut in, oh my goodness, social media has really been a godsend, because you're connecting with people, you know, like you said, on different levels. And so I just appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes.
Thank you again. I appreciate you too.
All right, y'all, that's been NurseQ. This is my sister from another mister, y'all. Listen, now tomorrow, she's got to get out of here, y'all. Now tomorrow, I got another special guest coming. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. Let me pull her up. Tomorrow's guest. What's up, brother Jimmy? Sick with it. What's up, Miss Vanessa? What's up, Shalonda? What's up, Wilma? What's up, everybody? Tomorrow, my guest Friday, she'll be here Friday, Dr. Marie Dominguez. She's a therapist and a life coach, and what we're going to talk about is quieting that inner voice, that inner critic. You know the slogan that says you are your own worst critic? It's really true. Because a lot of time we shut down ourselves from doing that thing that we need to do. Right, wrong, or indifferent. We shut ourselves down. You know what I'm saying? And so I am excited about Friday. Bring your notebook, bring your pens. We're gonna be dropping some nuclear bombs. We're gonna be dropping some nuggets. And what we laying down, you need to be picking up. So Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Dr. Marie Dominguez, and again, met on social media, met on Instagram, and we talked, and we compared notes. And I just said, this is National Women's History Month. Next month is Black Women's History Month. And so we got a lot of guests lined up. So I'm really excited about Friday. So listen, I'm going to do a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App, $Walter.
Guys, all I can say, Jimmy, Miss Vanessa, guys, only thing I can say right now, I'm just shaking my head. White Arkansas teacher placed on leave after forcing black 5-year-old boy to unclog a toilet with his bare hands. As much as we have preached sanitation, being sanitary, hey Jeremiah, as much as we have preached about cleanliness, for her to do something like this, I'm just gonna shake my head. Trust and believe. She should be fired. How dangerous this is, and that's why I'm speechless right now. I'm just speechless. That's why I'm just shaking my head. What can we say? It's just crazy right now. Okay, I'm gonna just go to my 2 cents. Jimmy, we can't even go to a massage parlor, especially if you're in Atlanta. Police say suspect in Atlanta area killings had a sex addiction and may have been to the massage parlors before. And more articles are coming out that it's basically a hate crime because most of the women, 8 or 9, the majority of the women are Asian women. My 2 cents is every time somebody white does something, it has to be some type of mental condition. Not that they're just hateful, not that they're just trifling, but it has to be a reason, some type of maladjustment, a malady. When it comes to us, when we do something, we're thugs. We are angry. We are just the ugly part of our society. But when white people do something, they gotta dress it up and make it sound good. My 2 pennies is it's simply, I believe, a hate crime. If you have a sex addiction, that's gonna make you kill the women at a massage parlor. Man, tip them, give them more money. If I got a sex addiction, am I gonna kill my massage therapist? Again, I'm just shaking my head, guys. I'm just shaking my head. That's all I can do. All right, and we got to keep our heads up, y'all. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Here we go, y'all. I got a new segment called all right, your power word today is consistency. Jimmy, this one's for you. Didn't even know you were going to be here today, but this one's for you, Jimmy. Consistency. By definition, consistency is referred to as adherence to the same principles in a steadfast way. Like in relationship space. You don't want to be right. You just want to consistently keep peace. And in keeping peace, people will hear you when you are right. Can't die on every hill. All right? Can't die on every hill. And sometimes we have to swallow our pride. And we have to be consistent. We got to be consistent in our nature. Jeremiah, Miss Vanessa, if you want to advance personally, professionally, business-wise, be consistent. You're not going to be perfect. Nobody expects you to be perfect, but you can be consistent. Nobody expects you to get everything right, but you can be consistent. You're going to make mistakes, but you can be consistent. If you want to shift, if you want to turn the tide in your life, up your consistency. In this space, keep doing the right thing, not just continually to do a thing, but continually doing the right thing, and the right things will happen for you. You feel me? See, practice, wipe this out. Wipe this out. Practice makes perfect. X that out. The right practice makes perfect. You feel me? The right practice makes perfect. Because you can keep practicing the wrong thing and get proficient at doing it the wrong way. Okay? So practice makes perfect. Scratch that and add the right practice makes perfect.
You know me? Huh? You know me? Yes. You know me? Yes. You know me?
All right, before I get out of here, listen. Somebody needs to hear this. Women, the most attractive thing to a man is a woman who can handle herself making more money. Because the other day we talked about men, the most attractive thing to a woman is a man who can handle her making more money. Okay? Okay, good. I'm not intimidated. I'm good. Because if you got 8 apples, I got 1, we got 9, and they need 9, we all good in the neighborhood. But the other side of that is women, the most attractive thing to a man is a woman who can handle herself making more money. You're not intimidating. You know how if somebody making more money, male or female, you know how they throw shade? Well, if you're making more money, don't throw that in my face. And especially when we get angry and get mad at each other, if you don't want me having a problem with you making more money, you don't make it a problem that you're making more money. Okay. Hello, somebody. You feel me? So this is the law of attraction, things that men and women found attractive in each other. And I'm working on my next book, my 7th book, The Law of Attraction. I don't have a problem with you making more money, but just don't make it a point. And that's why women talk about, I need my own money. I want to make my own money so no man can tell me what to do. Really? We talked about that this morning in Bible study. But no, with teamwork makes the dream work. Again, you got 8 apples, I got 1 apple. But to do what we need to do, we need 9 apples. So your 8 apples by themselves not going to cut it. My 1 apple by itself, sure enough, not going to cut it. All but together. Come on, somebody. Together. Y'all hear me? Listen, I just said I love coaching and I love coaches. Coaches have 2 issues, affordability and accessibility. So what I've done, I designed what we call the motivation zone. And the motivation zone, and I'm teaching my private class in a couple of weeks. And we're going to talk about just being busy is a false indication of living in purpose. So you're going to get 5 things when you subscribe. You're going to get a free ebook, Walk in Purpose, Grow Rich. You're going to get a Living Motivated, get your notebook journal. You're going to get a weekly motivation email that's going to include a video or audio from me. And I got something extra I'm going to slip in place of that. And you can get a seat in my private mastermind. And the 5th thing you're going to get a monthly Zoom call with me. And so we can kind of go over some things, where you are and what's going on in your life. Amen. Hey, it's been a great show today, right? It's been a good show. And don't forget, we'll be back Friday
questions, post on Facebook
with Dr. Marie Dominguez. I'm excited about that because she's a therapist and a life coach. That's a dynamic combination. And always remember, thank y'all for being here today. Thank you, NurseQ, Miss Quita Lazon. Thank you for being here today. Thank y'all for showing up again. We had a great Bible study this morning, but I will see y'all again on Friday. I hope you got your stimulus check and don't spend it all in one place. What about the guy? I'll talk about it Friday. Guys shooting up, just shooting folks because they wouldn't give them a greater portion of their stimulus check. But we'll talk about it Friday. Things that make you shake your head. We'll talk about it Friday. But remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims.